Broadcasting Network.
Do not adjust your sets. You are now entering the romantic zone. Here is your leader, Bruno Brookes.
Welcome to the show. Here we are on Sky One with Love at First Sight. Anything can happen on the show as ever, so let's keep ourselves calm as we bring on Helen Bromby. I get very excited, you see. So
I know you do. The sight of me walking across there, it just sends you into insanity. Listen, I tell you what, on the show tonight, the girls are going to really give those guys some stick. They're very, very demonstrative.
That's a big word.
It is for me, isn't it? I read the dictionary this morning.
Yeah.
Shall we bring the girls on?
Here they go, the three girls! Well, how dare you sort of describe our girls as demonstrative?
Yes. Yeah. Domineering and demonstrative. Very outrageous sort of girls. You saw how they came on doing all this sort of thing.
OK.
Anyway, I'll get on with it. Right. Jill really wants to be eyeballed tonight.
Ah.
Victoria sees justice delivered by day and pints delivered by night.
I see.
And Bettina likes to put the fellas firmly in their place.
Give them a nice hand. There they are, the three girls. We'll find out more about you in a moment, girls. But meanwhile, biggest cheer in the land for the three guys.
Three sharks.
Yeah. Brought their fan club as well. Right, Jaws number one.
Gary is Jaws number one, and he could whisk you away for a 10-minute wonder.
Wait.
Mark went for a curry and ended up wearing it. And Terry is a real Eastander with the fruits of love.
There they go, the three fellas. Very good. Right, Jill, first of all, is hoping to be eyeballed tonight. Now, eyeball, hang on a minute, that's a CB term, isn't it? Or are you thinking of something else?
CB.
Yeah? Tell us what your handle is then.
Well, bright eyes.
Bright eyes. 1 4 for bright eyes, 1 4 for bright eyes. Come on back there, bloke. How often do you use your CB?
Well, I've been on it since Saturday. I've sort of for about 2 years and I come back on Saturday, so just since then.
Back on air?
Yeah.
OK, well, nice to see you. Victoria there sees justice delivered by day and pints delivered by night. Tell us what you're doing, Victoria.
I'm a quite conservative legal secretary in the day and a wacky barmaid by night in a nightclub.
You must be working hard. Yeah. Hello, Bettina, who likes to put the fellas firmly in their place. In what way, Bettina?
I like to dominate my men, keep them under my thumb, because remember, guys, I'm the one with the trousers on tonight.
Yes. I'm not sure I should wear a pair of those trousers myself, but are they trousers or is it a dress?
Almost. Half and half.
Oh, I get it. Now they're split in the middle there, right. Well, anyway, let's have a nice round of applause for the girls. Thank you. Right. On to Gary, who could whisk you away for a 10-minute wonder. Gary, what would you do in those 10 minutes?
Well, we're really wacky guys where we come from, Coventry Poly. And me and a friend, Julian, we did a jailbreak for charity.
I'll talk to you more about that later. Mark went for a curry and ended up wearing it. What happened there, Mark?
Yeah, I went for a meal in a restaurant and I was talking with my hands.
Yeah.
And I banged the table and hit the meal and it went up over me.
And Terry is a real Eastender with all the fruits of love. Is that right, Terry?
That's right, yeah.
Yes, right, man. Yeah, you're right. What do you mean by that, then, exactly, the fruits of love? You're not sure?
You're a market trader, aren't you? And he sells fruit.
Yeah, I work in the markets.
He's got loads of passion fruit.
OK. What do you sell most of on the old market stall there? What seems to be the most popular? Bananas or
I think oranges.
Oranges?
Yeah. Nice sweet oranges.
Interesting though, isn't it? Yeah, people prefer oranges.
Or melons.
Right, let's go for some questions. Have a nice round of applause for the fellas there. Thank you.
This is all about Nicholas, but it's not a boy's name.
Right, rushing to get to work on time, you realise that you dressed in such a hurry that you forgot to put any knickers on. Do you go home for some, do you pop into a shop and buy some, or do you decide to do without knickers for one day? Now, it's probably happened in your lifetime. You know, you were just in so much of a tizzy, so much of a hurry, you were wanting to get to work on time, and you realised that, you know, because you got dressed very quickly, you forgot to put your knickers on. What would you do? Would you go home for some? Would you pop into a shop and buy some, or decide to do without knickers for one day? Give us one of those answers now. Be honest about it. We'll have a chat about it. Come on, Terry. Can't make his mind up here. Gary, you would decide to go without knickers for one day.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it because no one would notice, or...?
Well, I like to feel nice and free.
Yeah. Let me see, Mark, let me come to you. Do you obviously wear pants and stuff, but do you wear a vest?
No.
No, no. Well, what happened then, you know, you would decide to do without knickers for one day yourself?
Well, you never know where you're going to end up. It's easy to get to, like, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right, and Terry, you would pop into a shop and buy some. I mean, why not? I mean, you know, it's probably easier to explain to somebody, listen, I've just got to go down to the shop. You don't exactly have to tell them you're going to go and buy a pair of knickers, do you?
Well, no. Not knickers.
No? Well, I mean, you could just say you're got to go out for something personal.
I would think the guys would be relieved, actually, because if they're wearing knickers, they'd sort of be talking like that, wouldn't they?
That's right.
They probably would. Jill, you would pop into a shop and buy some as well.
Get rather drafty.
Yeah. Do you think you would go as far as to actually appeal for some over your CB radio? 1-4 for some knickers, 1-4 for some knickers.
I might just.
Yeah? Let's go for another question.
This is to see how sensitive our contestants are.
Right, what would you most hate to have hurt? In other words, is it your feelings, your body, or your bank account? What would you most hate to have hurt? All right, you wouldn't want to hurt your feelings or your body or your bank account. One of those three answers there. Give us a choice on those, please. Your feelings, your body, your bank account. Gary, you wouldn't like anybody hurting your bank account?
I've got quite heavy interest in the bank at the moment.
You've gone for your bank account as well, Mark.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if somebody was to hurt your feelings, you wouldn't really be bothered about it.
I would be, yeah, but if they hurt me money more, it'd bother me more.
Yeah. Victoria, well, you've gone for the bank account. That's surprising. I would have thought all the girls would be worried about having their feelings hurt.
Can't have all that money taken away from me, I'm earning.
Ah, you see.
These girls are very domineering. They're not bothered about having their feelings hurt. They're going to hurt their feelings.
Well, how much dosh have you got in your bank account, then, you know?
Just enough.
Eh?
Just enough.
Go on, just to the nearest sort of 100. Nearest sort of...
Nearest 1,000.
Nearest thousands. See what I mean? Terry, you would not like anybody hurting your feelings.
No, because I'm a very loving person and I get hurt easily.
And so, if you were with the right person, then that right girl could take all your dosh out of the account.
She'd do what she wants.
You do what you say. Listen to this. Next question.
Talking about being so nice, we can all change with this question.
If you could become the opposite sex for a day, which would you look forward to doing most? Would it be going to the hairdressers? There's one for you, Gary. There you are. Would it be going to work, or would it be something else? So if you could change your sex for one day, which would you look forward to doing the most? Going to the hairdressers, going to work, or something else? Give us one of those three answers there. Lovely. Now, remember, you've changed your sex now for at least a couple of minutes. Gary, you would actually quite like going to the hairdressers, then, if you were a woman for a day.
Well, I'm quite nervous about hairdressers.
Yeah.
And I really want a perm.
Do you?
So, anyway, if I can change sex, then I'll go and I'll have my hair curled.
Yeah. And what sort of things would you talk about in the hairdressers
Well, I
with all
talk
the
about all
ladies?
sorts of things, Bruno. Weather.
Yeah. How much a perm is?
How much a perm is, how tight I want my perm.
Yeah.
Things like makeup.
Makeup, yeah. Clothes.
You know, things like that.
And the fact that your husband hasn't been in for the last 2 days.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah. How is your husband, by the way?
He's not bad, thanks.
Yeah,
He's
great.
all right. Cheers.
Victoria, moving on swiftly, you would like the idea of going to work as a man. Why is that?
I'd like to find out what they talk about.
Yeah. What do you think they talk about at work?
I've no idea at all.
Yeah? Do you think they talk about women in their tea breaks and things like that? Or how much they've got in their bank account? Or, you know, wasn't it good at the pub last night? Jill, let me come to you. What would you do if you were a bloke for a day?
I'd like to know what they talk about in the toilets.
In the toilet?
Do you see what's the same as women?
I wouldn't even suggest what they might be talking about in the toilet. OK, well, let's get some choices from you now, as in choices for each other. Girls, you've got to go first. You've heard of what the guys have got to say over there. So when you're ready, make your choice for your guy right now.
You sharks can make your choice for your sharkettes right now.
Right, anything can happen at this point. You can play the guessing game at home. Who fancies who? We'll let you know exactly what the score is after these few commercials. See you then. I like... Here we are with the world of romance on your telly. It's love at first sight. Now... let's see how well you did at home and whether you've brought any people together in your own mind. So we'll start with Bettina. Bettina, 3 of these fellas here are on the stage and they all want to be chosen by you, I'm sure. Let's find out which you chose. OK. There you go, Mark. Why did you choose Mark, then?
Well, he says he likes to talk with his hands, so I can hold a long conversation any time with me, baby.
Right. Oh, I'm stunned. All right, Mark. Did you go for Bettina? Was it Victoria? Was it Jill? Where are you going to be using your hands? Victoria! Tell us why you went for Victoria.
Well, she said you'd like to know what men talk about, so she could come out with me and I'd tell her.
I see. What do you normally talk about?
Caravanning.
Caravans?
Yeah.
Sure you can't wait, Victoria. Victoria, did you choose Mark? Have we got a love at first sight here? Oh, just think, going out tonight, going for something to eat. Well, what do you like? Well, I like caravans. I go caravanning and then camping and things. Why did you like Mark, then?
Well, he looks like a person who could go to a good footy match and he could score a good goal with me.
Oh. Who do you support, incidentally?
Tranmere Rovers.
Tranmere Rovers.
So you're the fan, yeah?
Yeah. Well, anyway, you can discuss that further on later on this evening. Let's go to Gary now. Gary? Mr. Sharkhead there, which of these 3 girls did you choose? Oh, Victoria's taken by Mark. Oh, give him a big arm. Not very happy now. Why did you choose Victoria?
Well, she said she can pull a good pint in the evening. She can pull a good shark now, I thought.
Well, I'm afraid she is going out with Mark later on. One of those things, mate. Don't you worry, though.
OK.
Let's go to Jill now. Jill, 3 of these fellas here. Which one did you want for yourself? Right, tell us why you liked our EastEnder Terry, then.
Oh, we can give him a CB handle, I think. Look fresh and fruity.
Well, you're going to give him a CB fresh and fruity. How'd you fancy that?
Well, I love it.
Yeah, you love it, right? Did Terry go for Jill, Victoria, or Bettina?
Shut.
1-4 for a romance. 1-4, 1-4. Yeah, bring it on then, Terry. Why do you fancy Jill?
Well, I deal with fruit all day and she's the nicest piece of fruit I've come across.
Lovely, lovely jubbly. OK, well, there you are. Terry and Jill are going out tonight. come and join us. Give them a big cheer. Come on, then. Marvellous. OK. Where are they going, Helen?
Discover a new domain at the Dominion Hotel Restaurant. This elegant 4-star eating house has some favourite dishes like super steaks and fabulous fish. It also has exciting new flavours to tantalise and tempt. Needless to say, every morsel on the menu is freshly created with care and skill. Just use your skill to learn each other's little secrets at the divine Dominion Hotel.
Sounds nice. OK. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. We'll see you on another show. Come back and tell us all about it. That car's waiting. Give him a nice round of applause. Lovely. And now, Victoria and Mark, yeah! There you are, Mark. Thank you, Bettina. Thank you very much indeed for playing the game, and thank you also to Gary. Both great contestants, had a lot to say for themselves. Give them a nice round of applause. Great, thank you very much. Well, passion pins they will get, but of course our couple here are getting much more, aren't they?
Take your best appetites to Don Giovanni's, where a true Italian awaits. The warmth of the greeting is matched only by the quality of the food and wine. Linger over lasagna or get fresh over the frescati. Then bring back memories of those intimate moments when you get to know each other at one of the best Italians in town, Don Giovanni's.
Italiano, good one. All right, off we go. Helen will lead the way, and we'll see you. Give a nice big cheer. All a bit of fun at the end of the day, isn't it? Right, now let's go back to another show. And